This video discusses the guidelines for the phonemic awareness brochure and the rubric for the brochure that will be used in week 2. Now that you're through week 1, you know there is a difference between phonemic awareness, phonological awareness, and phonics. Barbara Fox defines phonemic awareness as the ability to think analytically about the sounds in words and the ability to act on the basis of this analysis to separate words into sounds and to blend sounds into words. So phonemic awareness has to deal with sounds and the sounds in words. Phonemic awareness is not linking a letter with a sound. Phonemic awareness only deals with sounds. It's all oral. Phonemic awareness can be done with the students having their eyes shut. Keep that in mind as you are creating your brochure for parents. Okay, your task is to design a phonemic awareness booklet, pamphlet, or brochure for parents. These brochures should be professional in nature and can be given to parents of children in preschool through 1st grade. I will have examples posted by mid-week next week. In preparing your brochure or pamphlet or booklet, you must include an explanation of phonemic awareness and importance for young children, which Barbara Fox discusses in Chapter 2 of her text, which is titled Phonemic Awareness. You also need to include a written explanation for parents of all 5 areas and have activities for all 5 areas. So you're going to have an explanation for parents of what rhyming is, of what isolating phonemes and identifying phonemes is, blending phonemes, segmenting phonemes, and manipulating phonemes. And you need to have activities for each area. Now, Barbara Fox in Chapter 2 does a fantastic job of defining these and giving examples of activities. Please remember that phonemic awareness does not include words or letters. It is all about sound. If you have questions about that, please ask me. You may also want to consider including parent-friendly websites about phonemic awareness. Make sure that your activities are age-appropriate. Make it colorful, attractive, and easy to read, but you don't want it to look cluttered either. It should be able to be printed in color. Include titles of children's books that you would recommend for phonemic awareness. Please remember that book titles should be italicized. If materials are needed for the activity, are they common household items? And do you have those listed for that particular activity? Do they need picture cards? If so, are they included, or do you include a site where those picture cards can be found? The language of this brochure needs to be very clear. Give it to a non-education major and see if they can understand it. Edit very carefully as you are giving this to parents. Use your textbook and other resources for activities. Another resource includes the websites that are on Moodle. You can use a program such as Microsoft Publisher for your brochure. When you post or submit your brochure, please try and open it. It creates a lot less work for all of us if you check that as soon as it's submitted, because if it doesn't open for you, it's not going to open for me. Now, I would like to look at the rubric, and I am only going to look at the exemplary column. Does it show a great understanding of phonemic awareness? Is the topic covered in depth? And are all main points covered with details? Is the booklet, pamphlet, or brochure relevant, meaningful, and attractive with appropriate illustrations, including additional resources on the topic? Is it easy to read with explicit language? It should contain no spelling or grammar errors. Now make sure that you have completely and accurately explained each of the strategies: rhyming, isolating phonemes, identifying phonemes, blending, segmenting, and manipulating phonemes. You need to have a clear understanding of each of those before you can explain it to parents. So make sure that you have completely and accurately summarized those for parents. Have you varied the activities for each of these strategies? Are the activities supportive, interesting, and providing active engagement with appeal for children? Are the procedures clearly written with explicit information? Have you used creative visual arts? Please remember that if you have an activity where the children are writing letters or finding letters, that is not acceptable for phonemic awareness. It all has to do with sounds. The best way, I've already told you, is to remember phonemic awareness activities can be done in the dark. Children can close their eyes and do these activities. It's all with sound. It's oral. If you would like to post your brochure for your peers to comment on, you may do that early in the week. I just ask that when you are posting your final brochure, because that is the only one that I'm going to grade, you need to make sure that you have final brochure in the topic, the subject area, so I know which one to grade. If you have any questions about this, please ask before submitting. Thank you. I look forward to seeing these.